This is my second or third video for February 6th, 2023 torture. I've already uploaded all the previous videos on YouTube. Um, so in morning, I took out these beans I defrosted that and, the Indian cheese, like the paneer. And then I was just cleaning the bathroom, and then I took shower and I came out, and then they were still very cold. I just placed it back in the fridge because I took it out from the freezer. So now after like 2 hours something, I kept it in the fridge. So that when I go to cook, the paneer is like little soft for me to easily cut. Um, and of course with the but I knew that they might make issues with the frozen beans. I'm like, okay. And I think that's exactly, oh, now they just gave me shooting needle pain in my abdomen. So I think that is exactly what happened when I went to probably rinse out the container. I uploaded the video where I said that they gave me the cheek burn, right on the right cheek. They gave me a burn that now I have a red mark, and it was burning me for hours and hours. And I took a picture, I uploaded that as well, and I uploaded that on YouTube as well. So probably it was that's what I'm thinking. Or else yeah, I can. Yeah, I think they're giving me shooting needle pain now as I'm speaking. So they obviously wanted to make issue about that. Oh, you won't cook that. So if you have something left over, you leave in the freezer, and you cannot cook that. I mean, I cook Mexican beans all the time. So there's some leftover cooked beans. Then I use it. It lasts for once or twice. That much I cook, or where I don't have to soak the beans for 8 hours, then pressure cook it all the time. So I usually have the serving for at least 1 or 2 times, but then I always have to make fresh. So anyway, so this was, nothing was bad, but they had to make issue, like I said. So like I said, as I'm recording this video, they gave me 2 poking needle pains in the right side of my abdomen. So now we know that the right cheek burn, then the 2 poking needle pain in the right side of my abdomen. Then when I served my hubby first everything, right? The paneer and the lentils and everything. Like, he finished his eating. Like, no, he was eating, but he said, like, after he was done with rice and everything, he said that he's done now, he don't want anything more. So then I started to eat, and what happened was, the very first bite I took of paneer, they gave me stone in my mouth. Okay, so they obviously wanted to make issue, and I had placed this Indian spinach kind of stuff. It's a little bitter, but we do put it in paneer. And so when I was I was plucking the leaves, the fresh leaves from the stem, and I was, rinsing out the water 4 to 5 times. They did give me here and there little bit of this abdomen shooting pain. So I knew that they have already started to make issue the moment I started to pluck. So I knew that they're gonna make issue. So either they will have stones in my food, or I already knew they'll do something, because now they want to make issue about that particular leaf. And then of course, after, even though it was pretty much clean, and I always wash it with 4 to 5 different waters. And even after that, I cut it. And the vegetable turned out to be, the curry turned out to be so nice, tasty. And my hubby also said, yeah, the food is good. And yet these people, like I said, they always want to make issue about anything and everything. So when I took the very first bite, they put the stone in that particular bite. And then now they are starting to give me shooting needle pain in the navel area as I'm speaking. So now you know how they are synchronizing everything. So now nobody can deny it. They are doing it, and they are telling people, yes, we are doing this, then the moment the very first, the lentil soup that I'd made, the very first spoon that I took, they drained out the battery of my right ear plug. Now I had just plugged in at probably around 6:40, 6:40, 6:45, and I think I started to eat around 7:30, 7, something like that, 7:30, 7:40, right? So, but usually all these earbuds, even after these people started to drain out my battery in within 2-3 hours, this was not even full hour when they started to when they drained out my right side of my earbud, and it was fully charged earphone case. So there was no way that within less than an hour the battery will discharge. So obviously now we know that these people are doing it on purpose to dictate about the same lentil where they already gave me the cheek burn, and then they drained out the right side of the the earbuds battery. And then when after I was done eating, and then I washed my hands, and then I placed the earplugs back in the charging case, and after applying moisturizer to my hand, within a minute I took out the earbuds, and guess what, it lasted for another an hour, I would say. So if the battery is fully drained out and within a minute of charge, it cannot last for 1 hour. Who are these people fooling? And now we have the raving of the bike engine going on outside. Okay. So these people synchronize everything for, so the draining out is a artificial drain out. So now if they can do with two things, either EMP, which is called electromagnetic pulse, and this is what Armas Jacob has been saying, that they have already planned an EMP attack on the entire world where they can, they have shown that in Simpsons also, where they have all the electricity goes away in the entire world, and you know how it creates havoc and panic, and that can cause, and it might be synchronized with the fake alien attack that these people are planning. It could be, or else it might be not, or they could come up with some hacking, computer hack, and this hack, they'll come up with something. So anyways, so if they are doing the draining out of batteries with me, they can tomorrow just drain out any car battery. They can drain out anyone's battery from anywhere. They can do EMP attack on the planes too, and then they make a movie out of that. Knock at the cabin, where they show, oh, now the planes are falling from the sky. Now there is no electricity, but that is the EMP attacks where they drain out all these, they get rid of all this. I mean, they drain out the batteries, or no electricity will work. And so now they are twitching the left side of my eyelid as I'm speaking, the knock on the door and draining out the batteries and falling planes and all that. Now they are twitching left side of my eyelid. That, yeah, we do show all that and mind program people. Then when I so obviously they made issue over that. Then when I went to rinse the spatula of that particular lentil soup, I think they gave me the twitch on the right side of my back. Just one twitch. It was very subtle. Then when I came inside, and well, what happened? I came inside. Oh gosh, I already forgot what happened. They again drained out the battery, okay, of the right side of my. Oh yeah, I just came inside, and I just turned on the light, and I don't know, for whatever reason now they had to drain. I mean, I was anyways coming out to put the earbuds on the charger case, because the charger is outside, it's not in my bedroom. So, but I brought the iPad because it's still 8:30 and I'm not planning to sleep. So so I don't know, they wanted me to leave the earbuds outside, whatever it was, they wanted to make issue, they made it. And usually today whenever I uploaded the video of Thomas Horn, like yesterday, all the electric shocks that they kept giving me on the back of my head, oh, they just now gave me twitch on the left side of my knee when I spoke about Thomas Horn, okay? So when I uploaded those videos where they kept giving me electric shocks on the backside of my brain, of my head, to make issue like, oh, don't read that, or don't, because I was reading this line about the black magic and occult America and Osiris and the Great Seal and upside down pentagram and the black magic, all this, right? So it all this different lines I read, and they will start like giving me electric shocks on the backside of my brain head. So yeah, I uploaded those videos. Even when I'm uploading, his name will pop up and they will give me the electric shock in the backside of my brain or right side of my brain. So they continuous. It's not some random thing. They synchronize the same thing at the name of Thomas Horn. So somebody is telling, oh, we are so jealous of Thomas Horn. And who is jealous? So it's just ex-FBI agent Gerald Sosby, right? Because he's my stalker, he's jealous, I guess. Or else why he would have so problem with Thomas Horn, right? Anytime you think about Thomas Horn or read his book, and then their shock and their ambulance sirens will start, and the horns, people in my neighborhood will start honking horns. Oh, you don't read that book. You. Okay, that all BS will start. So it's called Zeitgeist 225. So I've made so many videos on it, and there's the targeting and the programming and all that they do with me with reading this book. So in fact, anybody who won't be thinking to read his book, they will actually go and buy and probably read this book, because he's exposing a lot of witchcraft, black magic, Satanism, all these summoning of the devils. It's Mephistopheles, the devils, and how the occult America works. And this is what I'm telling, like whenever I try to, this is the upside down pentagram in the Washington DC, where they have the area where the Washington DC is. It is laid out, the architect is laid out in this upside down pentagram, which they use in black magic of witchcraft. And the entire dome of Washington has the Freemasonic gateways in its dome, 72 pentagrams inside, and even outside somewhere there is a Freemasonic symbol, or some written thing, who planted or who made or who was the architect or something like that, I don't know. So anyways, he does expose in his even video on YouTube. So yeah, that was all about. Oh yeah, and they also made issue about, like I said, I'm not sure if I said in my previous video, when I use carrots, like, so the recipe was, the paneer recipe that I made. So on YouTube, the guy did not use carrots, okay? He just used peas in his where he's using paneer and this Indian spinach I'm talking about. He just used peas. I just thought to use carrots just to get some extra nutrition in there, and that way I don't have to use as many peas, because we don't like peas as much. So I'm like, okay, just throw in some carrots instead. Big deal, right? But yeah, so immediately they wanted to make issue about that. So then they again started to poke me in my abdomen. Now they are giving me heaviness in my brain or head, I would say. So yeah, they wanted to make issue about carrots, okay? Basically. Now they are giving me twitch on the left side of my back. Oh, no, you be a robot. You have to follow the recipe, okay? This is the BS that's going on. And I never follow anyone's recipe. I always they now just give me the twitch on the right side of my knee, saying, oh, don't say it's a BS. It's not our BS, okay? I never follow anyone's recipe. Even if I watch anyone's recipe online, I always tweak it as per our taste, our nutrition thing, and our, I never follow anyone's recipe. And I don't like to be some robot. And so now they are giving me twitch on the right side of the knee. Oh, no, you have to be a robot. You have to be a slave. That is what we are programming you for. You are filled with Jesus Christ's blood. You have to be a slave. You have to be that torturer, the way Jesus Christ was tortured. We are torturing you, Your torch is needed for my Lucifer and my Archons, or else they will die. The battery drains out so much that we have to drain your battery all the time by this continuous torture and dictation, because we are trying to control you. You are out of the matrix. Like in the matrix, we can control these NPCs. They call NPCs, all these people. They are already driven by some computer algorithms, all of these deadbeats in the sense like Moses Darlington says, the soulless. Okay. And this other guy, what's his name, Tanutsudan, he says that these NPCs are these creatures. I mean, they are human beings, but they are driven by these computers and algorithms and this computer matrix or whatever. So they are not, they are almost like robots, like so. But we are not. So we are the real source energy. So we have our own free will, and we are like someone special, basically, that has this divine energy or whatever. And so we are not really the part of the matrix. And that's why these people are trying to control. Oh, now you don't do it. Oh, now you don't do that. We have problem with you cooking this food, and we have problem with you cooking that food. We have problem with radish, and we have problem with carrots. We have problem with peas. We have problem with spinach. We have problem with lettuce. We have problem with cabbage. We have problem with broccoli. We have problem with all-purpose flour. We have problem with wheat flour. We have problem with oil. We have problem with butter. We have problem with ghee, or we have problem with whatever. So by the way, when I was cooking, when they gave when I immediately when I I was microwaving those peas and carrots, first they gave me this shooting needle pin, and then when I dropped those, I mean, the cooked ones in the curry, where I was preparing, that's when I immediately saw. So they placed the hair. It was this small hair, okay, and my hair was tied up, so there is no way my hair can go in there. And see, there are like 4 stoves, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And I was cooking on the back side of the stove, not the front side, so I cannot even lean that much on the back side of the stove, you see. And so um, and I had drained the carrots and peas in the small strainer, and then even back then I didn't see, and it wasn't even in the peas and carrots, but right beside it there was a hair. So I know that no hair can fall over there. Okay, it will just pop up, like I showed you in my just yesterday's video. I showed you that how they removed my eyelash. I never had eyelash removal ever in my life, except for, very random, but like once in a year. You know how you see someone's eyelash, it has fallen and it will just show up on your cheek or somewhere. Yeah. But to have these two eyelashes just fall off, oh, they just gave me a twitch on the left side of the thigh, saying that yes, that is not normal, and the normal is one in 1 year probably one eyelash or two eyelash will come out. But to have eyelashes, 9 to 10 eyelashes, or come out every single day for continuous year after years, that's not normal. And still you have normal eyelash when you go to doctor to show, and they say, oh, your eyelashes are normal. So obviously it was a part of witchcraft, just the way they have placed all these cockroaches, centipedes, millipedes in my house for and Billy Crone said that once you have the witchcraft done, you will have the manifestation of cockroaches. And they put cockroaches only when they wanted to make issues about PB&J and eggs. Every time I used to make that for my hubby, they wanted to make issues, so they will place cockroach early morning at 5:30 when I go to make my hubby's breakfast, and the cockroach is always in my dishwasher's door. Okay, and that is Gerald Sosby, the ex-FBI agent, and because they can hear everything I say, they can see what I see, they can read my thoughts. So then he went on his website and he started to show cockroaches everywhere. Over here, the cockroaches. Okay. So, and then he actually draws out the cockroaches. Okay, he's so obsessed with me my stalker. He's so obsessed that he has to show that. And he writes the amount of targeting that I have not mentioned in my YouTube videos, or at least I have not uploaded. He has mentioned everything about my targeting on his website. So anybody wants to know about my targeting, go and read Gerald Sosby's website. He has mentioned all about my targeting on his website and all the torture techniques that he has used on me. So that man should be really in jail, or he should be definitely not be fit, to be in this society. And of course, Robert Duncan, Elon Musk, Neuralink, all these projects, brain computer interface, this Iranian lady from Duke University, when they are showing you, oh, we can read your thoughts, we can read your PIN number now, even from your thoughts, PIN number of your debit card. These people do not deserve to be in this society. They should be in jail. They should be off of streets. They should be off of this planet, because they are not human beings. If they are doing this evil to somebody, and don't forget, they've already changed my PIN number. Debit card PIN was changed when I went to take out the cash from Bank of America. Why? Because they knew that I'm about to go, and I just used that debit card just a week ago. Okay? And it was changed by these very people. Oh, why? Because, and I knew that they will do something when I'll go to take cash, because they have done before. This wasn't first time, because they have done before. See, now look, raving of the bike engine. Oh, how dare you say anything to our ex-FBI agent? And look, do it. They just rave of the bike engine real loud. And literally I had to get up and take that. So how dare you say anything to our Gerald Sosby or Iranian lady from Duke University at Davos, World Economic Forum, or how dare you say anything about CIA Robert Duncan, who are involved in all these crimes? How dare? Okay. So anyways, he left. And who knows, he might come back. So yeah, he just raved up so loud, but I was talking, so I couldn't take the. But you see, this is exactly what had happened when I had the very first time I uploaded Gerald Sosby's video on YouTube. Because first I was recording, and so ambulance sirens after sirens, fire truck sirens started, along with honking of the horn, along with raving of the engines. All three was going on simultaneously in the daytime, and then at the same night, the helicopters, military helicopters, flew very low. Where all the windows started rattling. Okay, that was the start of the noise harassment in my neighborhood, and for all these messaging purpose. Oh, now you don't do this, now you don't do that. Why you brought this? Why you brought that? Why you cooked this? Why you cooked that? Why you didn't do this? Why you didn't do that? Why you talking like this? Why you're saying like that? For every little, even if I talk to somebody, they want to make issue. Now they started to give me twitch on the left side of my back as I'm talking. So they are saying, oh yeah, we did all that, right? And that was the so they are confirming, the noise harassment thing, they are confirming right now. And the two cop cars showed up at the very same night at around 10-11 p.m. 10-11 p.m. Two cop cars right outside my house. I've never ever seen. Okay, and that was the start of absolute gang stalking, where I kept seeing random cars and ambulance and cop cars right outside my house, which is so abnormal. So whenever that gang stalking happened, they used to come here, even in my subdivision, my neighborhood, everywhere. They used to, and even in the parking lots, anywhere I went, cop cars, ambulance, fire trucks. And it's not normal. You know what's normal, and you're not normal when it's the frequency so much, so often, and the and the weird places, the 7 to 8 cop cars within my neighborhood. I mean, it's a freaking neighborhood. What are you doing there? But it was all in the part of super interrogation purpose, and all that was going on back then. They still do it here, and I already uploaded the video that was like 1 month back, I believe, when they did a synchronization of how I had uploaded a video in 2017, I believe, where there were 2 cop cars outside my house. And so to synchronize that thing, the very next morning in the afternoon time, there were just 2 cop cars outside, and I just happened to see, and it was raining. Literally, I had to take my umbrella and, try to even video shoot that the 2 cop cars, just to synchronize what I had seen the previous night in my uploaded YouTube video. So they will synchronize everything I do in my life. They'll synchronize outside. Anyways, so that was my part of my torch and targeting. But does all this, see, if I give in, if I do not stand up for what I cooked, or for what I serve, or for what I, do anything, and I start doing as per their wish, it means that I'm giving in, and I'm being a slave. Now they see, they have problems, so they immediately gave me shooting needle pain in my abdomen. Oh, no, you have to obey. You remember those 4 words, obey, where even in the Bollywood movie Race 2, I believe, where they are stealing the shroud of Turin, and they're trying to get into church, and they have to plug in the numbers, and it says obey, and then Almas Jacob also showed how they continuously write obey. The CIA people, they tell Hollywood to do this for mind programming purpose. obey. So if I'm not obeying, for their carrots and peas and spinach and lettuce and cucumbers and radish and onions and it's obviously they are the losers over there. But yeah, when they change PIN number, there's nothing I can do except for, and they have hacked all my bank accounts. They've done all of that, and all the new credit cards, even the new passport they gave, all of them had this number 666. Only in mine, even my hubby got a new passport, he never had 666 number, but I had a 6606, like that. Or in my credit cards, it is 6696. Okay, so even 9 is nothing but upside down 6. As Almas Jacob says, they always like to do everything upside down. So instead of using 666 outright, they will just use 66696. So they even tell these banks what numbers to use to give me, right? And that is what they'd shown in the movie The Early Warning. This movie was in 1981, before even I was born, and they are showing how these Illuminati or One World Order people, they no, here comes another. So how these One World people tell, once they find out that there's this girl and the journalist who are trying to probably expose this One World agenda, and then they start, then the gang stalking starts. And when they are gang stalking, no matter where they go, they are being continuously followed by helicopters, by somebody in car, by somebody on foot, somewhere or the other. They are continuously being followed and gang stalked. Now, this was back in 1981. There were no cell phones, no satellites, not satellites for any kind of cell phone information, right? And this guy goes to deposit his check in his own bank account, but the lady says that, your account might be frozen or something, and sure enough, his account is frozen, so he cannot even deposit his own money. He cannot take out anything because the man, and they show this in the movie, that the elite, you know, whoever is this elite, the one world group, the Illuminati most likely, they already called the bank and said to froze the particular account, which they did, or to change some ID or to change some PIN number, whatever, and they did. Okay, so this was shown in 1981 movie. Okay, One World Order and all this Illuminati movie and all this, which they are doing it now with me. So they are obviously getting caught. And when I say that these people do not deserve to be on this planet, then they don't like it that they send their agents, like all these, you know, that probably third IQ, whose IQ is even less than room temperature, I would say. They will send their goats here, just to rev up the engines. Oh, go and rev up. She's talking like this about our Sosby, our FBI agent, our Duncan, our CIA agent, you know, that BS. So yeah, I think that's enough for now, and I'm gonna finish off reading Thomas Horn's um, book, The Great Sale, Washington D.C. Pentagram. That could be interesting. Yeah, I guess I'll have to start reading from here.